Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and completely shatter that illusion of a peaceful, tranquil ocean. Because, beneath that picture-perfect surface, there's this hidden world where survival of the fittest has literally engineered some of the most terrifying biological weapons known to science.
So, it begs the question, what exactly is the ocean's most perfect assassin? Is it the biggest? The fastest? Or is it actually something you wouldn't even notice until it's way, way too late? Welcome to your high-stakes survival briefing, everybody. We're going to deconstruct the anatomy and the chemistry of marine lethality. Section 1, beautiful but deadly. Take a look at this tiny, absolutely mesmerizing blue-ringed octopus. I mean, it could easily fit right in the palm of your hand. But if you provoke it, its defense mechanism kicks in. So how fast do you think that warning is? Just take a quick guess in your head. Boom. 1/3 of a second. That's it. In literally less time than it takes you to blink, this little guy transforms from a totally camouflaged speck on the reef into a glowing neon sign screaming danger.
This right here is what we call an aposematic warning display. 50 to 60 of these iridescent rings just flash all at once. They're powered by these special light-reflecting cells called iridophores. It's basically a biological strobe light wired directly into the animal's nervous system, telling you to back off from its lethal venom.
Section 2, the harpoon hunter. Now, we're shifting gears from glowing rings to something so incredibly unassuming you'd walk right past it. I mean, sea snails are pretty much globally known for being slow and sluggish, right? Well, this particular cone snail actually hides one of the most terrifyingly efficient, high-speed weapons in the entire animal kingdom. The secret weapon? It's called the radula. Now, in normal snails, this is just kind of a scraping tongue. But in the cone snail, evolutionary biology has turned it into a barbed, venom-filled harpoon that fires straight out of an extending proboscis. It is absolutely wild. And the payload it delivers is this crazy fast-acting, peptide-based venom. It hits a fish, and the fish is paralyzed instantly. It can't even twitch while the snail slowly engulfs it. And yes, just as a heads up, strikes from the larger species of these snails can be 100% fatal to humans. All right, Section 3, Masters of Camouflage. Because honestly, the only thing scarier than a venomous harpoon is a killer that's hiding completely in plain sight. Enter Sinanzea, also known as the reef stonefish. Instead of giving you a flashy warning, it perfectly mimics an algae-covered rock, just waiting invisibly right there on the shallow ocean floor. Picture this. You're on a tranquil beach walk, enjoying the view, and you take one wrong step in the shallows. The sheer pressure of your foot instantly triggers a sting that shoots agonizing venom deep into your tissue. Just like that, your peaceful vacation turns into a massive, immediate medical emergency. And that unseen danger totally extends to the gliding assassins of the sea, too, the marine elapid sea snakes. These guys blend seamlessly into coral reefs and possess highly toxic venoms that require extremely specialized medical care. Just a slithering little reminder that the reef is heavily armed. Moving on to Section 4, brute force, saltwater crocodiles. So let's forget about microscopic neurotoxins for a second and escalate to the absolute ultimate brute force apex predator. A super comprehensive PLOS-1 study actually highlighted this concept of delta weight. That's basically the mathematical difference between your body weight and the crocodile's body weight. When you're dealing with a reptile this massive, that ratio pretty much dictates your survival. But position matters just as much. If you look at this on land, your survival probability is, well, moderate. But if that attack happens in the water, their domain, the data is completely unforgiving. Your odds of survival just drop drastically. Now, this data highlights the 3 main pillars that determine if you actually make it out of a croc encounter alive. You've got delta weight, your position, and whether or not you have assistance from someone else. And out of all of these, your size compared to the croc is by far the most significant factor. So, to summarize the brutal math here, the larger the crocodile is compared to you, the faster your survival probability plummets. If you're in the water, human strength essentially becomes mathematically irrelevant. Which actually brings us to this very important number, 0. That is exactly the amount of hesitation you are allowed if you ever find yourself in their territory. 0 room for error. You just simply do not put yourself in a position where that delta weight equation even comes into play. No way. All right, Section 5, Deadly Toxins, Life-Saving Medicine. Now here is the real mind-bending twist of this whole explainer. Do you remember our harpoon hunter, the cone snail? Well, the exact same peptide-based venom that instantly paralyzes a fish is actually showing incredible promise in modern labs for human medical use. The science here is just moving so fast. Researchers are actually using AI-assisted drug discovery to sequence these super complex snail toxins. And they're developing novel, non-opioid pain therapeutics that don't carry any of those horrific addiction risks we see with traditional painkillers. It's a real game changer. And that is the awe-inspiring reality of nature's dual capacity. Think about it. Toxins that were biologically engineered over millions of years, specifically to paralyze and kill, are now being chemically mapped out to heal us. Science is literally turning lethal sea venoms into revolutionary medicine. Which leaves us with this final, kind of crazy thought. Should we fear the ocean's deadliest inhabitants? Or should we actually revere them as our future's pharmacies? The ocean is basically this giant treasure map of biochemical secrets just waiting to be unlocked. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you guys on the next one.